is Tamara Weeks with Tam's Daily Vlog, and today is Tam Talk, and I get to talk about anything I want to. So I'm going to tell you today the stations that we have on Pandora. I turned it all off. I get the oddest third-party content match in my videos that does not make any sense, even if it's all my stuff. It's my voice, my own pictures that I took, because I was going to have the screen up, but I thought, oh, if they recognize, you know, it'll have the album cover off to the side. If they recognize anything while I'm sitting here talking, then it'll be a third-party match content. It doesn't hurt anything, and I don't get in trouble for it. I just don't like seeing those notifications. So it is black, but you have this nice little rainbow light because I'm using my phone, and there's a bright light that I look into and a bright light that's shining on the screen. So I wanted to tell you about Pandora and my top stations that I listen to, but before that, let me just give you an update real quick on me and Micah. Okay, so Micah's been on 3 antibiotics. The third antibiotic, she had no infection, she had no bacteria. I talked directly to the doctor, and I'm like, why can't we just do something? I'm ready for you to put her in the hospital until you figure out what's wrong with her. No, we can't do that. We have to finish out the antibiotic. So she's finished out her third antibiotic. She started out with a urinary tract infection. No longer has that, but she still has these symptoms of being lethargic. She's not listening. Like, it takes her several times for you to say something for her to respond. So she's just got a few different symptoms that keep coming up. So I hand-delivered her urinalysis today to the doctor's office, and I stayed there until a nurse could come out and talk to me, and I said, I just need somebody to hear me. She left me, talked to the doctor on the phone. He promised he would call me this afternoon, so we're going to see what our next step is, because we have to fix Miss Micah. She's not having any real dramatic symptoms right this second. I would say the biggest one is that her response is just extra slow. For me, I went to the doctor a few days ago, and he put me on a second antibiotic for my foot from the dog bite. I wasn't expecting that, but he could see that it's still a little swollen and it was red, and he wasn't happy about how it looked, so I'm on a second antibiotic for that. Before I could even finish telling him about what was happening with physical therapy, he said, no more physical therapy. Physical therapy has hurt me. They took their thumbs and on 2 visits recently and dug into the muscle right in front of my hip. That's what's been painful this entire time since the car accident that I was in April. So 2 days later, she did the same thing, and I'm like, wow, that really hurts. I could have jumped off the table. But anyway, I've never been the same since then. I'm having lower back pain. I spent, 3 days ago, I spent from 7 a.m. all day long with ice on my hip in the front and ice on my back. I have not been on any ice since this car accident. And we are now getting toward the end of July. So I'm on some pain medicine from the doctor because I'm still in a lot of pain. But anyway, that's okay. Let me tell you about my top stations for Pandora. And now I am playing these. I like shuffle, so I like to listen to all the different kinds of music. I like variety in general, so I like putting it on shuffle and listening to the different things. I'm not really a big music listener around the house, but I've decided that it is good if I start having music on in the house. It helps create an atmosphere, and different types of music create different kinds of emotions. And maybe it would just feel a little more lively around here if I had some music playing. So I wrote them down so that I don't cross any third-party match content in my video having it on the screen. Okay, so Big Band Radio, Kirk Franklin Radio, he is a Christian artist. The Jazzmasters Radio, Indiana Bible College Choir Chorale. I love their music. That is where our oldest son is attending college. He will be in his 4th year next year, so he'll be graduating next summer. And he goes to this Bible college. Pastor Bob, Shara, McKee, I'm not sure how she pronounces S-H-A-R-A, and the Pentecostals of Katy. Courageous Radio, that's also Christian music. Pentecostal Fire Radio, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and Sammy Davis Jr., 100 Hymns Instrumental Radio, Nat King Cole Radio. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Second chapter of Acts Radio, Acts 2:38 Radio, Chuck Mangione Radio. He was my hero when I was younger. I played the trumpet for 6 years during junior high and high school, many years ago. And I played a trumpet. Chuck Mangione plays a flugelhorn. It's a tiny bit shorter, and it has a larger bell. Kenny G Radio, he is the famous clarinet player. Classical Solo Piano Radio, and early jazz radio. And that pretty much sums up the kind of music that I like. I love piano, I love jazz. I like some kinds of Christian music. I don't like all of it, and you heard Pentecostal in here more than one time. I am United Pentecostal, and I love our music. We have like some of the best music and the best singers in the whole wide world. But I like all of this old stuff, big bands. I like hearing all of those things. Love the Frank Sinatra, love that era of music, and love their stuff. So, let me know if you like any of these kinds of things. If you have an idea that fits in this, maybe there's a channel that I really should add in here. I just recently updated this in the last few days. I don't listen to Pandora on my phone because it takes internet, and when I'm at home, I don't really like listening to it from my phone. If I'm going to listen to it, I might as well listen to it on this. This is the room I spend most of my time in. But I noticed that the channels were quite a bit different, that I had stations on my phone were different, so I updated and added the stations in here. So I am very excited to have it on shuffle and listen to all my favorite kinds of music. So let me know what you listen to and if you like these stations, and give me some ideas for something new. You have yourself a wonderful, fabulous day. I look to the Lord because He is where my help comes from. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.